I recently found this CD of Halloween jokes in the discount section of a bookstore. My initial thoughts were, this looks dreadful. I have to have it. I got it and I listened to it, and it's about what you'd expect. For most of it, at least.
Who did the ghost take on a date? His ghoul friend.
Why didn't anyone want to go trick-or-treating with the vampire? Because he was a pain in the neck?
However, there's kind of a shift later on, and the voice actors start sounding less enthusiastic, which is kind of funny.
What's the best soda flavor to drink on Halloween? Lemon slime.
How do you mend a jack-o'-lantern? With a pumpkin patch.
Then it switches to just one voice actor who hadn't been in there before.
Why did the ghost chicken cross the road? To get to the other side? Why did the ghost starch his sheet? He wanted to scare people stiff.
I want to know the story behind this CD. I have a tendency to find weird things that have way more backstory to them than you'd expect. But of course, there's little to no information about this online. The website for the company that made it doesn't exist anymore, but thankfully, it was backed up just once on the Wayback Machine before it eventually faded away. I found information about the staff, which appeared to be a small team with people taking on multiple roles. The company was a subsidiary of the Schooltastic Corporation, which is kind of interesting. The address listed on their website isn't actually too far away from me. And while I know from Google Maps that there isn't anything there anymore, I still kind of want to go just to get a feel for it before I dive into any more research. I've decided to record this video in multiple segments, updating as I find out more information.
Why did the Headless Horseman want to go into business? He wanted to get ahead in life.
So, my visit to the former location of the Devilishly Fun Ideas headquarters and presumably studio was more fruitful than I expected. Of course, there was no building there, and I wasn't seeing anything of note until I noticed something in a nearby tree. I went over, and it was a bag with a CD in it. Now, anyone with any amount of sense wouldn't take home a mysterious CD and put it into their computer, but I did. I went home, inserted the CD into a backup laptop not connected to the internet, and hoped it wouldn't explode. To my surprise, the CD was readable, and on it were audio files. The files were recordings, what seemed like mainly outtakes from the studio, and there were a lot of them.
What was the werewolf doing with...
Alright, why don't you try again on that one?
How on earth the CD apparently sat in the same place for almost 20 years, surviving the building demolition and whatever else, and still works is beyond me. I also have no idea how it ended up in that tree, but I will be going back to look for anything else that might have been left behind and somehow not picked up or washed away. I have a lot of audio files to go through, and it's overwhelming, but I'm also just obsessed with this rabbit hole now. I didn't find anything else at the site. I have been going through more of the audio files though, and in them I've noticed a few times voice actors who apparently were listening to the draft of the CD, complained about a grating noise on it. After listening to the final CD a few times, I'm guessing that it was this werewolf howl noise, which sounds weird and glitched out to me. I will say I have noticed it kind of becoming more grating the more I've listened to it, but that could also just be the CD itself with its fun, high-quality content. Anyway, here's that sound.
Howling with laughter.
I'll continue to update as I find out more information. I took a bit of a break from going through the audio outtakes, but I did try to look up what the people behind this are all up to now. Well, it turns out they've all been missing since 2005. There's no information on what might have happened to them, so I guess I'll just keep going through the audio files and try and find out more about this CD, but I feel strange about this whole thing now. Well, my hunch about which sound was grating on the voice actors was right.
Charlie, can we get rid of that howling noise?
Seems like morale overall was going down at this point. You can hear it in the actors' voices, both in the final product itself and in the outtakes.
What did the happy pumpkin say? Life is gourd.
The CEO was also stepping in a lot more as the project went on, seemingly getting more micromanaging and perfectionist.
Let's try it again. Try not to mess up this time. Jesus, I need you to try harder, please.
I don't have much more to add, and I've heard enough of these files and that noise for today. Thing is, I haven't really even heard that noise too much, but it kind of just keeps playing in my head, and I'm getting a bit tired of it. I'll update tomorrow. So, I want you to listen to this outtake, but be warned, if you ever had to deal with yelling asshole bosses before, then this might be a bit uncomfortable.
Why did the chicken's ghost cross the road? Wait a minute. That's not the line. My bad. Why did the chicken's ghost
No,
cross...
stop. It's no good. You guys need to get it in gear and stop messing these lines up. We're running out of time. Schooltastic has been so generous to give us the time, the money to make this project, and I'm the only one around here that seems to take that seriously. Just because you get paid less doesn't mean you should take this less seriously. You don't seem to understand what you're messing with here. This is my legacy. My legacy! All you guys do is fumble lines and complain about that fucking noise. Well, guess what, dumbass? This is a Halloween CD. It's not meant to make you feel comfortable. It's supposed to be scary. I've listened to that noise more than anyone here, and I'm completely fine. We're here to make money, god damn it! You know what? No. I'm here to make money. Because I'm doing the rest of this shit myself. I'm the only one that seems to give a shit, so you're all gone. All of you. I can run this company on my own with my jokes. We're gonna be the best on this fucking CD. Go get out!
So Charlie snapped, and everyone was fired, presumably. He did the rest of the lines on his own. That explains the sudden shift on the CD. I myself am becoming more anxious as I continue with this, listening to the files, and I mean, yeah, that noise, like, it surely couldn't have been causing what was happening in the office, at least not on its own. Yet I'm not just feeling mentally bad, I'm also feeling physically bad now. But I'm gonna keep going. I can definitely say that Charlie was not alright, like he said, and neither am I. Well, I've gone through the rest of the audio files. It's just Charlie recording his lines and nothing else of note. I still wonder what happened to the staff of Devilishly Fun Ideas, but sadly, I don't think I'm gonna find any answers, especially not here. And this video's just gonna have to end here. I'm honestly okay with it though, because it's been kind of a curse on me and a drain combined with my 3 jobs. I couldn't even get it out in time for Halloween, but regardless, I hope you enjoyed, and have a happy Halloween. You know what? I'm coming back to give this a more algorithm-pleasing ending. Like the CD itself, I'm also in the bargain bin of YouTube, so I might as well try and get out of it, even if it gets me killed. Anyway, they're dead. Charlie killed them and confessed to it via recording. Schooltastic covered it up. Bye.